about your instrument there, Rick?
My instrument. Oh my goodness,
Your
thank
new
you. Oh, my
parting
new parting gift.
All of you got a mug. We got these guitars.
Well, this is the mandolin of all mandolins, the Lloyd Loar signed Gibson F5. Lloyd Loar was a designer at Gibson back in the early 20s. He and a fellow named Guy Hart. George would know this much better than me, but I'll give you the brief version. He extended the fingerboard, made it a longer scale neck. They were playing, I guess, 12 fret necks back then, and short scale. And Bill Monroe had a short scale mandolin, like an F7, and when he played with his brother Charlie Monroe. And then when he first came to the Grand Ole Opry, he was also playing that short scale neck. But he was in Florida doing a show down there and happened to be walking down the street and looked in a barber shop, and there in the window, in the case, was a mandolin like this, an F5. And he went in and checked it out, and then that became his partner in music. A lot of people talk about people being partners, but truly, this F5 Gibson mandolin is what helped to create a whole genre of music called bluegrass. His style of playing completely changed. He was really good playing the small neck, but it just opened up his whole mind for new rhythms and new chords and new melodies. And it was just an incredible instrument. And if it wasn't for this F5, we'd all be playing short scale necks, or we'd be playing other mandolins in bluegrass. But Mr. Monroe is really the one that carried this instrument into our generation and to generations to come. Gibson owes him a tremendous debt of gratitude for selling many F5 mandolins, and certainly making these instruments worth so much money. There was, 250 maybe mandolins like this made, George, in 22, 23, and 24. And so they're very, very expensive, very valuable, very collectible, but not all of them sound tremendous. As we all know, there's instruments that just because they're old doesn't mean they sound great. And but as far as collection goes, this is an incredible collection, and I understand we have 6 in this collection. Dang, son. So I can
They're still not part.
still counting. Okay, well, I'm a collector in training. I still have my training pants on compared to my brother here, but I have 3 of these. I have a 22 that belonged to a fellow named Pee Wee Lambert that used to work with the Stanley Brothers, and that's really my prized possession of all the instruments that I have, because that mandolin was such a strong part of the Stanley Brothers sound, and Pee Wee Lambert was like a third Stanley brother. He lent his high, lonesome, high voice above Ralph Stanley's voice in those early days, and made those records that stole my heart and made me love the Stanley Brothers so much. And so to know that headstock was broken off, thrown in a trash can, and now in my hands, there is a God in heaven, believe me. And